What up, y'all? It's your guy Dawson from D0WN TV. Thank you for rating, commenting, and subscribing. Everybody who's donated, those of y'all who will, all that information is in the description box below. Also, go over to my other YouTube channel, Dawson Speaks TV. Make sure you subscribe over there. And again, I got to give a special shout out to everybody who's donated. You all have been showing up and showing out, and I appreciate that so much. Now, let's get into the story. All right, y'all. Thanks for clicking on the video. Hope everyone is doing well. Now, this video is for educational purposes, and as I approach these stories with respect, I want you all to please be respectful in the comment section. Thanks. All right, now this story comes out of Florida. Take a breath. Florida, why y'all out here doing us like this, making us look bad? Well, no, he's making himself look bad in this. The pastor is making himself look bad. I ain't taking no L for nobody. Let's continue. Alfonso Joseph, a 48-year-old Palm Coast resident and pastor associated with several Bunnell churches and spiritual organizations, was arrested recently and charged with inappropriate actions with a 15-year-old boy in a vehicle on the Matanzas Woods golf course. The pastor took the boy on the golf course. Let's continue. Now, Pastor Joseph may have inadvertently attracted the sheriff's deputy to the area. The 911 center said that they received a noise complaint late that night. The caller had called and complained of loud music in the direction of the golf course. Now, when the deputies arrived to the scene, they found a gray Toyota Camry somewhere near or on the golf course. When the deputies shined their light on the vehicle, it shook, and the deputies saw two males pulling up their pants. Take a breath. Dawson, you know you need to stop. Hell no, I feel like going on. Now, one of the people pulling up their pants was the underage boy, and the other was Pastor Overseer Alfonso Joseph. Now, the boy told deputies that he met Pastor Joseph on the dating app that same day, and that he provided Pastor Joseph with his address, and that Pastor Joseph then picked him up and took him to the area golf course, where Pastor Joseph then performed oral sex on him. Now, another deputy spoke with Pastor Joseph separately. He said that he and the boy were just chilling. They were just chilling. That's what he said. Pastor Joseph was shirtless, but he told the deputies that he only took off his shirt because he was hot. Pastor Joseph, too, conceded that he met the boy on an app called Grindr. According to the police report, Grindr is an app usually frequented by gays. Take a breath. Dawson, you know you need to pray. The pastor struggling with his sexuality. Woo! Oh, man, let me keep going on. But before I go on, let me say this. He didn't struggle to get on no gay dating app. He didn't struggle to go pick the person up from their house, did he? It wasn't no struggle to go to a golf course out there playing loud music. That wasn't no struggle. Now, Pastor Joseph told the deputies that the boy told him that he was 18 years old. According to the arrest report, Pastor Joseph did confess to engaging into sexual interaction with the boy. And under Florida law, that would amount to unlawful sexual activity, which is a second-degree felony. Now, Pastor Joseph was arrested and booked in the Perry Hall Inmate Detention Facility on charges of lewd and lascivious battery. He was released on a $15,000 bond and was ordered to stay away from the young man. All right, y'all, let's go in. Now, I have done some videos just recently, with the football players, with getting on these dating apps, and people get on dating apps, period. You know, Grindr has come up, Tinder, Plenty of Fish, and some other app, even things online. People get online, and y'all got to be careful out here. There are plenty people on these dating apps, on these online sites. People will get on that stuff just to set you up. You all see the news like I do. You know what goes on these dating apps. The men and the women will set you up. So be careful out there. Now, let me say this. Now, Pastor Joseph told the deputies that the young man told him that he was 18, and he didn't know that the young man really was 15. Now, I'm going to get into that in a minute, but let me say this to Pastor Joseph. Pastor Joseph, you're already in hot water, but let me say this to men like you in the church, not only in the church, but outside of the church, those who are struggling with their sexuality and even those who are heterosexual, because it seems a lot of men get into this too. I know women do it too, and they set people up too, but I'm talking to the men specifically here. Pastor Joseph, you met somebody on the app Grindr. The person gave you their address. You went to go pick that person up. Do you know how many people have lost their lives going to people's addresses that they've given them on these dating sex apps? Think about that. But then you picked the young man up. You took him to the golf course, a secluded area. What if he would have robbed you? What if he would have had somebody that was following you? Like, you're playing with your life, man. And this wasn't your first time. I don't believe this was your first time. You all can play games and hide behind all these, this wardrobe you all put on in the church and do all that. Man, come on. Be real with yourself. The real you, sir, was on that golf course. You all have to be careful on these dating apps, these sex apps, these things that you get online, meeting people. Come on, you all. If there are stories that have happened in the media of family members setting up their own family members, you mean to tell me you're going to trust somebody you're meeting on a dating app or on some website? Come on, y'all got to think. Now, under certain articles on this particular topic, people were getting in the comment section and they were saying, well, the boy lied about his age. He said he was 18 and all this. Where was the boy's parents? And why was he out in the wee hours? Look. None of that matters to the law. The law says that you are the adult in the situation. The law is coming for you, especially in Florida. And Pastor Joseph, you should know better because there was a similar situation that happened in your area about 2 years ago that everybody talked about. And that story was this guy right here, Victor Williams in Bunnell, Florida. He worked at a restaurant, and at 43 years old, he was sentenced to 10 years, you all, after engaging in unlawful sex with a minor he met on Grindr. Wow, he was on Grindr too. All these women hollering where the black men at. I guess they on Grindr. Oh, man. But listen to this, you all. Even in that particular case with Victor Williams, the judge, it was said in court that not knowing a person's actual minor status is not a defense under Florida's law. So, Pastor Joseph, you can't use that he told me he was 18. You can't use that in the court of law. Like I've always said on my show, all the shows I've done about this stuff, when people get caught up with these underage people, the law is coming for the adult in the situation. Always. Now, when one of the news reporters tried to reach out to one of the pastors that Pastor Joseph is affiliated with, you know, one of the people in the denomination, he said that he didn't want to comment on it because he really didn't know a lot about the particular story. Well, for you, sir, and for the members in that denomination, I broke it down for you. So hopefully you all can have a real conversation about what's going on in your church, your denomination, and also with your pastors, because I'm sure he's not the only one. Now I'm off of this. Go off in the comments. Let me know what you think about this video. Until next time, it's your guy Dawson. Take care of yourself and each other. Peace.